José Trinidad Camacho is a Mexican cartoonist, better known as Trino. He comes from a rich tradition of Mexican sequential art, according to William Nericcio, professor of English at San Diego State University, where he also works in its Center for Comic Studies.
He's in a long line. I guess it would start with José Guadalupe Posada with his printmaking shop in Mexico City. And then moving into the 20th century, you have a cartoonist like Rios, who was known for his left-wing satirical comics. And Trino, at the end of this cycle, is just a very accomplished, funny, silly, nasty, dirty comedian, comic book comedian. He's got a very loose and fluid freestyle. It really appeals to me. His panels are free, easy, floating, frenetic, and funny.
A collection of Camacho's humorous work has been gathered for the new exhibit Trinos World at the Comic-Con Museum.
Comic-Con International has international in our name, and we have guests from all over the world and visitors from all over the world. And I think we'd like to see that at the museum as well. This is our first foray into that, and I hope it's the first of many.
The exhibition is a binational collaboration between the museum and the Consulate General of Mexico in San Diego. Trinos World showcases drawings, watercolors, sketches, and objects reflecting a career of more than 4 decades. Although Trino's work is in Spanish, it often needs no translation.
So you got Han Solo saying, "Chewie!" And a Mexicano who's walking by goes, "Ew, yeah, you call me?" And he says, "No, el otro Chewie, Chewbacca." Chewbacca enters. So just a 2-panel joke playing on the funniness that Chewie is a nickname and Chewie is Chewbacca.
And Trino loves a pun in any language.
The referee is saying, "That was a very rude move. Who is your captain?" And then Captain America, "Aquí, here I am, I'm the captain, Captain America. I told you he's silly." These are his puns.
Trino taps into American pop culture of superheroes, Star Wars, and Star Trek.
I mean, it's a little like Mad Magazine, a little like SNL. It's a send-up of characters we know and love. The beauty of a comic strip like this is that it shows how much Mexicans and Americans have in common.
That's one of the joys of the exhibit, seeing how our two cultures overlap in what we share. But Trino also looks to his own Mexican culture to find humor in things like luchadors. Take his El Santos character, an homage to the real Mexican wrestler El Santo. The exhibit has a character study of Trino's luchador from a film he animated.
These are loose lines, drawn quickly, but that have terrific expression. The angst is all in the eyes. It's the most basic and simple of cartoon renderings, and yet there's a poignance to it. There's almost a power in a pleading in the eyes. You wonder what El Santos is confronting at that moment. It could be a monster. It could be that he's confronted by the zombies. One doesn't know, but Trino's ability to capture classic human expressions, it's without question we're dealing with a comic artist master.
And a master whose work has universal appeal.
It almost does the work a disservice to call Trino a Mexican cartoonist. He is. He's Mexicano. He's from Jalisco. He's real proud of that. But the history of cartooning from the cave drawings of Lascaux to today is just human beings trying to leave a little trace of themselves behind. And what he leaves behind are some really funny meditations on the human heart and the human soul.
And that needs no translation. Thanks for watching. I'm Beth Accomando, KPBS Arts and Culture reporter, and I cover everything from the Comic-Con Museum to film reviews. So check out the playlist and subscribe. That's all, folks.